Okay, welcome to another roba game. This one is going to be imabunneh versus chunx. Let's go through the draft really quick. Also, Logocentric is going to join. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hi, we are live. So, uh, it looks like because I joined late, I don't have the draft in my chat.
I
Or the,
I have it. So we had uh, Chunch and Dan picked first, and he took Aitotia. Darren answered with Aurelia. Corvus and Alan were banned. Then Darren took Una. Dan took Vigo and Eos, and Darren finished his team with Rin, realizing kind of halfway through, oh crap, I've got nobody with 3 attack yet,
yeah,
and I think at that point it was just Matto or Rin left with the printed 3 attack, so he opted for Rin.
yeah, I'm surprised Vigo made it that long. Um, so it looks like deployment. We're gonna have Itotia and Eos over here with Rin.
I think once he had taken Rin, the Wrathlord manifest was. Although actually, I mean, really, if he was planning on going Wrathlord, he could have picked any third hero.
Yeah. Um, Interesting that he chose Rin there. What does her skill deck look like?
It's not bad. There's a lot of very aggressive cards. He gets a Chain Clash with 2 attack. He gets Blade Master, which can be up to +4, but usually you're going to see it kind of valued at around +3. Getting the +4 isn't hard. It's not hard work. And then Fearless Assault, which gives you bonuses if you manage to attack more than once in the same turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then her ult, which is very, very strong.
Yeah.
+5 attack and invulnerability.
So seems good. We got Wrathlord over here by himself.
I better remind them about the Wrathlord rules real quick.
And he's first player. He's going to use Aurelia, yeah. So I think we're just going to see a slow start here. Start generating that power from Aurelia and then protect her with Una. Um, and maybe we'll see him swing at this conduit over here. Yeah, put 3 damage on that. You do have to watch out for the Vigo. Vigo could attack Aurelia, ready as second action, and then attack her again. And you can't block both attacks, obviously. Unless Wrathlord is there also. But yeah, that is going to be his first turn. He does end the turn with 2 power, which is nice.
Yeah, so he'll be able to. Actually, he won't be able to do much. If he wants to just level Una right away for the +2 attack, he might. He has that option. But I expect we're just going to see him continue to build to something more expensive.
Yeah. So we could see a conduit break on Chun's turn with these 2 heroes. I have to imagine this is a conduit that he is okay with letting go, like the +2 attack, maybe. If it's +2 attack, though, he probably should have waited to attack the conduit over here.
Yeah, perhaps.
So maybe it's armor or something.
Certainly, I know some players are of the opinion that if you set up any of your conduits other than the +2 attack right away, like that's the one you want to flip immediately. And I think their reasoning is sound that if that's the one that's going to generate the most value the most quickly.
Oh, wow.
But I have seen some people argue for this one, Implacable Hatred.
Mm-hmm.
Which also obviously, similarly to the +2 attack, does generate. The more it's in play, the more value it's generating, and if you can get an extra action point from that every turn, and basically have 4 actions per turn for the whole game, that's also something that you can snowball into a powerful advantage.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
my personal feeling is that because of the additional benefit that comes from the +2 attack, the ability to bust conduits, I would generally opt for the +2 attack. But I have definitely encountered several players who thought about these things who make the argument for this implacable hatred being the preferred option.
Yeah, I mean he was definitely telegraphing that it was not the +2 attack by attacking the conduit over there. So one thing I do like about implacable hatred, I think, is that it basically lets you always like block an attack on Aurelia and
Exactly.
then
Yeah.
ready, so you can kind of
Like
just
if you have the discipline to ensure that your Wrath Lord is getting committed every turn, at that point it functionally just says you gain an extra action point every turn, and if it said that,
right.
it would be preposterously overpowered. So if you are the kind of player who can maximize that advantage, then there is big value to be had from it.
Yeah. So Itotia goes over mid. Probably not too worried about that Eos being over there by himself. Like, I guess you could send Una over there and attack him,
Or
but
so far, and even then his offensive potential. So yeah, gifted elements, no surprises there.
yep.
Um, I think reasonably likely Eos will be able to sit there safe and sound for a couple of turns at least.
Hmm. So he's used one action to destroy that conduit. He's going to use Aurelia, and then for the third action, oh, we see a Prayer of Mending. Okay.
So that'll knock the Wrathlord. The Wrathlord should have taken 2 additional damage there,
Right,
so
right.
he'd have been on 4 and heals to full amount.
And he will also be at 4 power now. Oh, he
And
destroyed
heal
a
5.
conduit, so yeah, he'll go to 5. So that is enough for Una's ability.
Gives him
So,
a whole bunch of options now. So it depends what he's shopping for as well. But
hmm,
he might want to level his Aurelia to power up his Wrathlord.
yeah, leveling her is pretty good. After draw phase, yeah. So draw phase, they're wondering if you get her power before you can buy an item, and draw phase is after the buy step. It's revive, shop, buy, or
Revive shop.
revive,
That's
shop,
right.
draw. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still sitting on a lot of money. He's going to go to 6 right away at the start of his next turn.
Hmm.
Gives him all sorts of nice options.
So 5 power here. Vigo and Itotia are both pretty valuable level ups, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if he's gonna go with one of those or maybe just buy an item.
Buying an item for Vigo is usually the sort of the first step on the road to victory.
Hmm.
The gauntlet or the staff, depending on how you want to play it. I generally favor the staff. I think, especially if Eos is your evoker, because you're probably planning on replacing him later.
Right.
Um, and doubly so, actually, looking at this board because Dan doesn't have a tank. Dan is running Vigo, Isotia, Eos, which means he does have decent armor class values. He has a whole bunch of 3 armor cards in his deck, but he has no hero who's sort of built to take damage. And so the staff putting the extra hit point on Vigo um, helps to make sure your power supply is uninterrupted into the late game, but also gives him that extra hit point, which can be really important. Because otherwise he's running quite a squishy team. So I'd be surprised to see the gauntlet in this game. But
Yeah, so it
and
looks
on the other
like
on the other hand, his deck is so aggressive already with 2 DPS characters that maybe he wants to go in that direction.
Yeah. So we're seeing a double attack here at Aurelia, I think, and then Una blocks it.
with the 5 power ready.
Yeah.
Now, Dan's whole board is committed at the moment, so if he does use, if Una did get killed here and he used the ability, he wouldn't be maximizing the value from it because he wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't get any commits from it.
Yeah,
Everyone's already committed.
that's true.
But just surviving the attack and coming back is worth a lot on its own.
Hmm.
So he could, depending on what Dan does here, and Dan could just not clash. Um, be happy to put the damage on her.
Yeah, I mean, this is
I,
still.
I, I think if I'm Dan, actually, I want to get the because this is the time where her ability, if he revives her right away, will do the least damage to tempo wise. This is the time I would try and force the kill, but he looks like he's not clashing anything.
Yeah.
Darren clashes a death grip.
Ooh, okay.
We're just gonna let him
That's.
put 3 damage on.
Yeah, just for the
That one.
damage.
Death grip actually a super valuable card against both Vigo and Itotia. Because it can prevent Itotia from playing her second clash card after she levels up, and it blocks or removes Vigo's 3 armor when he's attacking when he's leveled up. So a card worth holding on to.
Yeah, I'm a little bit
Depending on that,
surprised to see him use that here.
he might have a second one in hand, but even still, I think
Yeah.
that's the value of that card increases the longer the game goes. So, especially if it got him the kill, but with no kill to be had from it, I'm questioning
Hmm.
that decision.
Yeah.
But it's easy for us to sit here and throw stones.
That's true. So it looks like he's. It looked like he was considering doing a level up to ready one, but no, we're just gonna see the double ready. And
He'll go shopping
probably.
this turn then.
Oh,
Like he's got his 3 power ready to
yeah, so
to
this is gonna
buy
be
the
a
gauntlet.
gauntlet.
Okay, so he's going really all out.
Hmm.
Aggro, aggro, aggro.
Yep.
And that's
And we.
another free action.
Yep.
So he's got that in black and white action every time so far, I think.
Yeah, two times out of two, I think. So 6 power, that's a lot. With your Una being 2 health left, you probably want to be saving that now more than ever. Um, yeah, I was about to say, I feel like we're going to see our Wrathlord move to mid here because there's not really much for him to do over there. Like Chun is going to want to be attacking heroes, although I guess he could just send Vigo over there to get a free conduit break, but I don't know, that's not really a huge deal.
I think if you can take a conduit for nothing, you should.
Right, yeah.
I mean, two actions. It's gonna pump the Wrath Lord, but that's mildly inevitable.
Hmm.
I feel like for Darren here, uh, Eos actually does present kind of a tempting target now.
Right.
Like he's taken 1 action to move to the middle. He could spend 2 more and probably kill Dan's Evoker, which critically Dan currently only has 2 power. So if he doesn't evoke next turn, he can't level up Vigo.
Mm.
So stalling him on 2 power here is actually pretty valuable.
Yeah, that does leave Aurelia as a pretty vulnerable target, though.
He's got so much power, maybe he can justify that trade, but
Hmm.
leaving Una committed as well when you've got the power to use the ability is probably that's a difficult one to pass up.
Yeah.
Thinking pretty hard about what he wants to do here, and so he is going to move the Wrath Lord. He is going to recover Una, and he's
And
going to use
then,
Aurelia.
yeah, I have to imagine that's the third
One of
action.
the huge advantages of Aurelia is that she gives you, like, on those turns where you sometimes feel like maybe you want to pass,
Hmm.
but it feels like such a waste to give up an action point, that she's putting that action point to good use. So we're seeing 5 power spent with
Thornplate.
Thornplate on the Wrath Lord. Very good.
So yeah, just a bunch of stats. It's gonna help
Giving
him
up
out.
the threat of Una for a little while.
Yeah, and again,
Athlord
Raflord
pretty
can
dirty.
Raflord can block instead of Una here
Exactly.
because he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get the free ready. Um, so yeah, that will be 3 power. And like if you attack and Raflord blocks, I feel like it's better to just go break that conduit.
I think so. It can be worth like floating damage, although not with Aurelia on the team. Normally, floating damage on the Wrathlord isn't bad. Just like stick 4 or 5 damage on him and
Mm-hmm.
forget about him until you're ready to kill him later. But with Prayer of Mending, that's it's less good.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it looks like we are gonna see that. See which one this
Kill conduit.
is.
Expect to see +2 attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Yep. So he is now 6 attack. If Aurelia levels up, he'll be 7. And then he has 1 action left. I wonder what he's thinking about with this EOS. Looks like that's where his cursor is.
Probably just level up Vigo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or
Darren.
actually, leveling Aitotia wouldn't be bad here either, because it would give her make her block a bit better. But she's about to die too, so yeah.
Um, Darren keeps looking at the leveled up side of Aurelia. I feel like he wants to get that level up on her.
Make the Wrathlord the biggest bad guy on the block.
So he's still thinking about his 3rd action. I don't know how many options you really have. Like, you can level up Vigo. You can... I don't know.
I think I'd level up Vigo.
Yeah. One thing we could potentially see him do is like the... what's that one card called? Hold on. Not this turn, but later on. Starfall. He could Starfall Purify to kill Aurelia, potentially.
Yeah, that would work.
Get past the blockers.
If that middle conduit is a smite, it's gonna kill Una, which is significant.
Yeah.
And there's the 3 power. Yeah, that was. Oh, he leveled out Tortilla instead. That's interesting. And he's got 8 cards now. And he's going to need to discard. He hasn't actually played anything yet this game. It's kind of funny, but ditching an inspiration.
Oh, he leveled up Itotia?
Ah,
Interesting.
suggests he's going to try and make a go of defending his conduit.
Hmm. So
Oh, Wrathlord
Wrathlord,
is attacking with 6,
yeah,
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
we do see a block, so he's gonna sacrifice the Itotia, I guess.
She's definitely going to die.
The Wrathlord only has 1 armor, actually. So,
So we could see if we actually we could almost could we see with an ult we could see a conduit break here. Maybe +8 wouldn't be quite enough.
he can do some damage at least. Let's see what the clash is here. Oh,
Rebuke. Oh,
wow.
so the overkill will beat the rebuke
Yeah.
because it's an ult, and we're gonna see
But whatever he gets off of this probably won't.
Blazing
Okay,
Spirit.
that's
That's
good.
nice. Blazing
Oh, two
Spirit.
Blazing
That's
Spirit.
nice. That's basically drawing 2 cards. Oh goodness!
Oh,
Damn.
wow. Okay,
That, that's that's a pretty good overkill.
so interestingly, he actually still can't survive
He can,
this because he's doing 7 attack.
yeah, but
So,
he can burst the third conduit,
yeah.
which for it's not even didn't even cost him 1 card because the 2 blazing spirits now are effectively his.
Yeah. Wow, that was an amazing overkill. Oh, and that readies him too. Not that that really matters here.
Well, it means he's gonna get his attack, his damage,
Right,
so it
right,
means he's
but
getting.
he was doing plenty already.
He
11.
was doing what 11 minus
So just
3,
enough
8, so
actually.
he would just have done enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's maybe I think one of the best overkills I've ever seen.
yeah. That's 2 big ults down though, and he still has to kill this Wrathlord again. Most useless rebuke ever. Yeah, that's true as well. Didn't do anything there. So he is gonna get that +2 armor.
He's gonna gain 1 power. This is the
Yeah.
one of the guaranteed revisions to the rulebook when Champion Edition comes, which is that basically simplifying the language a bit and very minorly nerfing the Wrathlord. The new language is that whenever a conduit is destroyed during the action phase for any reason, the current way it's worded is like if you attack it with your heroes and blow it up, and it's kind of awkward and difficult to explain. Whereas we're going to a sort of a simpler model, which is if it blows up during the action phase, you get some power. If it blows up any other time, you don't. Which means that now, unlike before, if you successfully burst one of the Wrathlord's extra lives by killing him, you at least get a bit of power out of it.
6 power now for Darren. That's quite a bit. Nature's Bounty going to commit
Huge,
the Una.
hugely important for him here because he's got no mass resurrects. His tank, his Una, is on six damage. He's gonna get 2 hit points left. He has to hold on
Yeah.
to either the power required to trigger Una or to buy back, because
Yeah.
otherwise he is gonna be fighting
Oh.
uphill. So we're gonna dig into
Boots.
something. Boots for Aurelia.
Interesting.
So if Aurelia pulls through the turn, which she almost certainly will, especially now that she can't be Starfall purified, um, he will get to 4. He'll be back on 5 after his next turn. I feel like going below that threshold is a risk, especially because if Aurelia gets taken out now, his capacity to get back up to 5 to buy back is going to be it's going to be hard for him.
Yeah, I mean, this Vigo is committed in a side lane, so I guess there's not too much threat right now. We'll see what the play here is.
This is a lower bracket match, correct? So one
Yeah,
of these players is on the verge of elimination.
that is correct.
So we've only seen one inspiration so far, right? So Dan is still paying 4 power if he wants to use his buyback.
I don't remember if we saw one.
We have seen at least one. He discarded it when he had 8 cards.
Oh, okay, yeah, I missed that. So,
Darren is calling for a disqualification on the grounds that overkill was too good.
yeah.
What a turnaround.
So we see ready on EOS. Maybe he's just going to double ready here. I wonder what his... Okay, what can his deity be? It can be Judge or... What is that, Oracle?
Yes.
So Oracle would not be surprising if you want to banish EOS.
Yeah, because he didn't take the staff, right? So that
Yeah,
strongly indicates that it's Oracle.
I was thinking like it would be good if you could kill the Aurelia here so you could like turn off his power generation, but I feel like he would be able to just kill the Vigo then on his turn. So it wouldn't matter. Okay, he is gonna move to mid. Yeah, I don't really see a reason not to. Like the right lane, not much is gonna be happening there. Yeah.
Darren is asking me if he can, about items and when he can swap items. Can he blow up the Wrathlord's Thornplate to do something? Which obviously says to me that he is planning on blowing up the Wrathlord's Thornplate to do something.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out what that is.
Yeah, I'm actually, it's kind of interesting. You went boots, thornplate. Hmm. I'm thinking like Eternity's End would be a strong third pick. I don't know what else it would be. He would need 5
Fusion.
power for that though. Oh, infusion. Well, he doesn't have any damage on him right now. I think he wants to level up this Aurelia. I don't know if it's the right play though.
And he has to hold on to the power.
Yeah.
He has to get to 5, and he needs to sit on it. If he absolutely just can't afford to be bleeding guys right now,
Yeah.
or really ever again for the rest of the game. Every KO for him, every time one of his guys gets KO'd now is a catastrophe. Honestly, I'd be tanking as much damage on the Wrath Lord as I could.
Mm-hmm. Ready, double move. Okay. That's
Is he bringing the Wrath Lord to protect Una? Or is he bringing Una to protect the Wrath Lord?
good question. Draws a card. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Interesting. He's just gonna go for the third conduit break, I guess. Discards a Blade Master. So, I mean, you can just use your third conduit to revive Itotia now, I guess. Since he's...
He can buy back. He has buyback now because he's got one inspiration in the bank.
Right, but...
So he can bring her back that way too.
Yeah, that just to save the buyback, though, I mean. It would be really good, I think, if he had Judge here. Although
It would,
I
yeah.
don't think he does,
Judge is
but
powerful against the Wrath Lord, I think, a lot of the time anyway.
yeah,
As the Wrath Lord is so dependent on his entourage.
yeah,
Like in this situation here, a Judge on Aurelia would be bad news bears.
yeah, definitely. Because then he's stuck at 4 power too. I was thinking, I feel like he should have left Una mid and then used Aurelia's ability to get that last power.
Yeah, that makes sense. Get out of the danger zone.
Yeah,
The Wrath Lord can take the damage. Especially like he's got 2 pairs of mending left. So the Wrath Lord has 3 armor. He can tank damage all day long.
yeah,
Especially because Overkill's gone. Like
right.
the damage output is reasonably predictable. Darren writes, "This game is a clown fiesta of neither of us having any idea what to do."
Hmm. Vigo going to move. Okay.
It's actually, I think, maybe been off just the back of that one Overkill, maybe the most entertaining game
Yeah,
I've covered for this event so far.
that was pretty crazy.
I feel like at this point we're still in a position where either player can win this game.
Hmm.
Um, that Wrath Lord is it's going to be a real challenge to take down.
Okay.
One
Changing his mind.
noteworthy thing in terms of ultimates available, Una's ultimate is not a bailout for the Wrath Lord. In the same way that, say, Mato's Unbreakable or Octavian's Aegis would be.
Hmm.
She can't save him from a big attack that way, so the Wrath Lord has to keep himself going reasonably honestly.
Yeah.
To the extent that having 3 armor can be considered honest.
Hmm. He is going for it. So this is an attack on the Wrath Lord, it looks like. You can... You can block with Una, but I don't know if you really want to do that. How much damage is he doing? It's 4, 5, 6. I mean, it is a lot of damage.
Yeah, you always have to take the Gauntlet Vigo is just one of those things you always have to take seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna block.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be disappointing. Oh,
Oh,
unless I guess if he no, if he has the ult, that's not going to do anything either because
she's not leveled
she's
up,
not
yeah.
leveled up. Oh, he should really just be face tanking this with the Wrath Lord. I feel. I guess it's
Yeah.
possible he has no armor in his hand, but even then, the most he's hitting you for is 9 -3 6. He'll be fine.
Hmm.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Yeah. They both have a lot of cards in hand.
They do. They're both happily fueled up for another little while, and with Aitotia off the board, I guess there could be we could see dominations drain Dan's hand a bit, but
Hmm. I
maybe
mean,
not.
if he has, yeah, if he has an Oracle though, then that's not a
Yeah,
problem.
not a problem. I feel like if it was Judge, we probably have seen it by now.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you? Aaron actually hasn't. He hasn't got anyone leveled up. That's
Yeah.
So his 2 out of his 3 ults are completely useless to him at the moment because the Wrath Lord can't use Death Conquered because you lose the game before he comes back to life, and he can't use Aurelia's ult, the Living Vessel, because again you banish him from play and then you've
Yeah.
lost the game. So the only ults that he has available to him at all is Rin's, and until he gets one of his guys leveled up, that's going to be true. So even more so than a moment ago, it's really critical that he doesn't let Una die here. He needs to buy time to get that 5th point of power. Then she gets an extra life. She is also going to level up and bring his Death Conquered and his Living Vessel if that's what he feels like doing online. He really can't afford to take the damage on her. And yeah, it looks like he's face tanked with the Wrath Lord. It's the right call,
Yeah.
absolutely. Domination and Terrorize.
Oh, Terrorize is good.
Terrorize is great in this situation, yeah.
I almost wonder if he should have just attacked the Una.
Yeah, he should have, but like, oh, I mean, like, it's totally a wash because you attack Una, the Wrath Lord should block,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then he's going to get to recover for free.
Right.
The only the upside is that then you're not taking a million damage
Yeah.
back. So yeah, he should have attacked the Una because the Wrath Lord would have had to block for all the reasons we mentioned previously.
So Vigo is still standing, it looks like, just barely. Let's see. Not going for the level up, it looks like.
Yeah, he wants to buy back.
Okay. It's fair, I guess. I think probably what you want to do here is just block whatever attack comes in next turn and then use your conduit to bring back Vigo and Daitotia. And then you basically get a...
Banish Eos, Oracle comes out,
Yeah.
and now Una's back online again. And a difficulty that we're going to see here for Dan is that with Vigo, Eos, and Aitotia, the only isolation tool he has is Flowing Stance. And Flowing Stance is not a great isolation tool. Like, he
Yeah.
has no way of pushing Una aside for a turn and to get at what his actual target. So he has to just grind his way through.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to attack with Una here.
No,
Uh,
that's not going to kill her.
is he going at the conduit? I feel like going at the conduit is not great because it's only 2 damage.
It's only 1 because
On the
Jeez,
conduit, I mean.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But initially I thought, yeah, he's attacking Vigo,
Yeah, okay.
so he's trying to get a suicide trade here.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this is action 1, right?
Correct. Um,
So,
you can block with Eos,
mm-hmm.
but no,
No.
he's taking the bait.
Ooh,
Flying stance.
okay.
She's not dying, but he is killing her, which is going to let her level up and heal. The way these cursors are going back and forth now.
Yeah.
Am I going to see a rules question coming out? No, so she dies. Her ability triggers.
On flowing stance, does opposing mean involved in the
And
conflict?
opposed, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
But
Yeah,
he choose.
but she died,
Um,
so.
yeah.
So that's a big double commit there. And now you can just break the conduit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is
Smite. So
smite.
indeed, it is the Oracle. No surprises there.
Yep.
Awkward
So,
situation from here, which is that Aitotia is out, leveled up,
right.
and he'd much prefer to banish Eos.
Yeah.
And he does banish Aitotia. Oh no, he's banishing Eos. Nice. I actually really like that. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
hard decision, but the right decision.
Right, right. I think, because he will be able to buy back next turn with
And he
his.
has Purify, so he can do it again.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the right call, I think.
So that was it for Darren's turn. And he has the Una to block here, so Wrathlord should be fine. Oh, and we see a Prayer of Mending.
He's
Oh, did he
super
have an
fine.
action left? Oh, yeah, because he.
Yeah, because
Yeah, yeah.
Una's thing isn't in action.
Right, I forgot that that happened.
So that's that was a great turn for Darren.
Yeah.
And things suddenly now are because of that issue I mentioned where he has no serious isolation tools. It makes his life a lot harder if yeah. Vigo not being at this point, you're feeling the sting of Vigo not getting leveled up as well
Mm-hmm.
earlier in the game, like the damage he's got on him and his susceptibility to further damage. Whereas if he'd been leveled up reasonably early, he'd be in a much more secure position here. But with 5 damage on him already and only the power available for 1 buyback, only 1 inspiration in the bin, I think Dan is going to regret not having leveled him up earlier. And the thing he's got going for him obviously is that Darren has no money left at all, so there won't be a buyback. Anyone who dies now for Dan, with the exception of an Una ult, but anyone who dies without Death Conquered is going to stay dead.
Yeah, so he's thinking about his turn still, I guess. I feel like it's gotta be just Vigo attacks Wrathlord, right? Like I don't know what else he can really do. And
Um,
then ready again. Although I guess You need to clash some armor then if you do that.
You do, but he has a million cards in hand, so he can. I think
Yeah,
we've seen one domination get played.
yeah.
We saw Wave the Empty Paw and Overkill, so his last ult is Purify.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, he really, now that I think about it, he really, really, really wants to use that Purify to kill Una because it's the only way around Death Conquered. If he kills her out of combat,
Yeah, that's true.
she can't come back again. So that if he has his Purify, that's the context in which he has to use it. He wants to use his buyback first as well, obviously. So yeah, this is a tricky and critical turn.
Yeah. I mean, you don't. Purify is 2 actions, so you don't have enough to do that this turn because she's at
Oh,
full
he's
health.
already
He's already readied Vigo.
yeah, but he can't do it this turn anyway because that would mean he wasted um the refreshed buyback,
Right, right.
which he absolutely needs to win the game. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could just pass your turn here.
Never feels great.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants to put a little bit of damage on Una
Mm-hmm.
without killing her.
Yeah.
And the way to do that is to attack the Wrathlord. But that's like with only 2 damage, only 2 hit points left on Vigo. That's so not safe.
Yeah. I mean, if you clash a, what do you call it, rebirth for 3 armor, you should be fine, right?
Yeah, barring. Is there anything? No, I don't think there is. No, because even Rin's ult is only +3 on defense. So yeah, there's the buyback. He's gonna pay 4 for it, I think.
Okay, he just
And
moves
and he
mid.
has an evoker on the table, so it's very very plausible that we're gonna get to see him um, do it again.
Yeah.
There's Isotia coming back, and he has so many cards in hand. She's gonna be doing hard work.
Yeah, I mean, hmm. Like, I guess if you just leave your guys standing and don't really do anything, it's kind of awkward to attack into this board. I guess you could just go with the Oracle.
You could,
So,
if you have Death Conquered, you can do kamikaze attacks with Una.
yeah. Discard some cleaves.
It's reasonable here. There's so much armor that
Yeah.
they're not gonna do much. Even if you flash 2 of them with Isotia, you're really still only putting out 2 damage per guy. Oh, Wrathlord stands up for free again. Definitely, he's gotten good value out of that impactful hatred.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's quite been 100%, but it's been close.
Ooh,
He
and an
still hasn't leveled up
attack.
Aurelia, so Wrathlord swinging with 6 attack.
So I have to imagine this is going at Oracle. You can block with Itotia, probably.
With 6. Again, for Dan here, his heroes are so valuable that the temptation to face tank with the deity has got to be strong. The offensive output from Darren's deck. I mean, actually, no, we haven't seen the Rin ult yet, so that's
Yeah,
not an option. with
It's
+5
yeah, it's
potentially coming out.
so much damage here. I think you have to just
Actually,
block
if you can
with.
see more, we've seen almost no Rin cards
Oh,
flashed actually, so we could see Vigo blocks. Yeah, that makes sense.
okay.
He's the expendable piece at the moment.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
full health.
he doesn't have any health, but at the same time, like Itotia gets to clash too. I don't know.
I think this is right. Um, on the grounds that like he wants to use that second buyback. Um, and of the three heroes he's got on the board currently, the one it makes the most sense to bring back is Vigo because you're regaining the most. Like he's very limited in what he can achieve with 5 damage on him, not leveled up.
Yeah,
Whereas Aitotia on the board with basically a full hand, yeah, 7 cards a full hand, has a higher ceiling than Vigo right now. Um, so this is a sacrificial block for sure, but I think that's the right play.
so you probably don't even have to clash as either player here.
No, no, this is just happening.
Yeah,
There we go. Vigo's gonna take a nap, and
okay.
this is obviously the big drawback. Eos has a lot to recommend her as your evoker, but the big price you pay for everything cool that she does is her total inability to manage your opponent's board. She just brings no real control.
Okay, team attack, Una blocks.
Prizes so far. He doesn't, again, it's weird. He doesn't want to get the kill here.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Hmm.
Or I mean, I guess it's possible he can hope that the Death Conquered isn't in hand. But he has the option too, right? Because he has Aitotia, so he can clash
Yeah.
whatever he wants. He's got the 2 Blazing Spirits in the bin as well. He can clash whatever he wants, and then if the Death Conquered comes out, he can not finish the job, and if the Death Conquered doesn't come out, he can.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of
What are the stats
edge,
on that? 3 attack?
three attack, no armor.
No
Yeah.
armor? Okay.
And if he can duck, dive, dodge, and weave his way past the Death Conquered, then he's still in this game. If the Death Conquered resolves successfully, I think that'll be the end of it.
Yeah. Domination.
Domination on the Oracle, sensible choice.
And what do we
And he
have?
could. That's his first action. So there's
Oh,
Death Conquered.
yeah.
So now he wants to not. He's already finishing the job though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh, that's bad news.
I guess that's why he attacked with both, so that the revive wouldn't matter that much. But
Yeah. Oh, but
yeah, this is not going to be good now. Discards rebirth.
win.
Interesting.
Does get the power.
Hmm.
Actually, he's only got 4. If he had 5, Eternity's End would
Yeah.
be how much? 6. He'd be able to swing for 12 on the Wrathlord, which I don't think would be enough. Because Una would be,
Oh, she's going to clash her rebirth. Okay.
yeah, that makes sense. So no damage taken. Una revives, 2 power gained. And he's 2 actions left. So he's gonna want to recover. He's recovering both. Okay. He's gonna try and weather the storm for a turn. I think it's gonna be.
Can Eternity's End do a team attack or no?
Oh, has to be a
Oh
solo
yeah,
attack.
it does say
The
solo
card is
specifically.
bonkers, completely beyond the pale bonkers. But
Yeah,
oh, I think that's a scoop.
got a spinning oracle. Yeah, I mean, don't think there's really a whole lot you can do here. You have to block this with, no, he's just gonna
Big triple team attack. He's just
let it
taking.
go.
Seeing a concession here. Flip.
If this card, let's see,
There's so much attack. There's 8
yeah,
infinite attack coming in. +3 again there. There's nothing
I was
you can
just,
do.
I'm trying to think if he blocked that with Itotia,
6
could
armor.
he survive
No, I don't think so.
the second attack? Well, not with her, but
Oh, could he? Yeah, she'd be dead. Could he survive a second attack? Probably could.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
Do we have a
he
result?
probably could, but yeah, then he would just have the oracle left, so. I wonder if he actually didn't see the Purify that game.
Okay, so Darren is the winner.
Yeah,
I thought that was actually a pretty cool game. Um, well played by both players,
yeah, it
and
was interesting for sure.
a couple of interesting turning points. All hail
Wrath.
Wrathlord. Okay, well, congratulations to Darren, commiserations to Dan,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll be back with another game.
Yeah, it
Pretty soon.
should be pretty soon here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. All right, looks like he has left the call. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon, probably with some more roba.